Hello, Taurus, and welcome to the Green Woman Tarot. This is your weekly read for the 5th and final week of July 2020. Goes on into the 2nd of August. So, as I say, it's a general reading just to see what's on the cards for you at this time. But before we dive into the tarot, I need to consult the oracle. And we'll do 3 cards again, just to give you a short oracle reading to start off with. So let's see what... Oh gosh, okay, you've got 2 already. You just want to... Oh, there's 3. Oracle has spoken. You have autumn, release the old and rest. Perhaps there's something that you need to let go and just breathe. Release the old and rest. You've got great teacher. Learn from spiritual experiences. So perhaps there's been some difficulty for some of you. It's learning from those experiences. And I think that ties in quite nicely with time to rest and release the old. Learn from your spiritual experiences, right? And finally, you have the wise one. Grow within your current situation. Wow, this is quite profound. So taking what your experience is, what your situation is, and using it to gain wisdom, to grow, to enlighten yourself, really, and release what needs to be released from that and breathe. Maybe some of you have gone through quite a battle lately, quite a difficult time. I think, yes, the reading yesterday, last week was, may have reflected that. But let's go on into the tarot and see what else is on the cards. Let's see. What's on the cards for Taurus for the last week of July 2020? What messages are there for Taurus for the last week of July 2020? What messages are there for Taurus for the last week of July 2020? What messages are there for Taurus for the last week of July 2020? I want to give the cards a good shuffle. I just feel drawn to doing that. What messages are there for Taurus for the last week of July 2020? Right, the messages are coming through. Let's take these cards and begin. Oh, really? Celebrating. You've got 3 of Cups. Happy time. You've got the Queen of Cups. Oh my gosh, that's very... And the Star. Well, where you are now, that looks actually very positive. It looks like there's a reason to celebrate. The Star, of course, brings calm, beauty, graceful hope after a difficult period. There's also the Queen of Cups, who may well be a figure in your life, someone that you may be celebrating with or about, or love. Someone offering love, but I think more it's just a sense, an energy of having gotten control of your emotions, feeling calm and grounded, tapped into your intuition once again, and having got your head and heart around what could have been a difficult circumstance. And perhaps even for some of you, it's a time to raise the cup and celebrate. But let's look deeper. How bizarre. You've got the King of Wands there, and then you've got the 2 of Swords and the 10 of Wands. So it seems what's brought you here is a difficult decision that's had to be made, one that you've had to tap into your intuition to make, because perhaps all the facts weren't available to you at the time. This has been a arduous and burden of a struggle, a difficult struggle, an arduous time, and you've carried a heavy burden for some time. You've also I get a sense when I look at the King of Wands there today that, you know, part of the decision, I get a sense of breaking free from something, going out on your own. This is the King of Wands is a very entrepreneurial energy. It's about creativity and power, willpower, and, you know, driving forward with something with conviction and belief. And he's a lovely, charming chap. The King of Wands is pretty much the King of Kings. He's powerful and enigmatic, charismatic, I should say. But anyway, so there's perhaps I get a sense of needing to strike out on your own in some aspect, whether it's disassociating yourself a little bit from loved ones, or whether it's moving away in a more independent way work-wise. For some of you, it's involved a difficult decision, a dilemma of a decision which may have had you stuck for some time, and moving on was hard work, arduous. You've battled with something for some time, but it looks like you've come through the other side, and, you know, you've got the star, these three cards. It just shows having come through a difficult time, and you have reason to celebrate, reason to relax, and having gotten on top of your emotions, being calm, compassionate, and because of being on top of your emotions, you're able to give that back to others around you, to deal with others in a more gentle, loving and compassionate way, more indulgent way, and of course new hope arising after a difficult struggle. Let's see where your challenges are. Your challenges, the 10 of Pentacles, the 2 of Pentacles. Oh, your challenges seem to be all very material, perhaps even financial for some of you. Maintaining a balance in your life, but, you know, also holding on to the stability, holding on to your home for some of you. That's the sense I get. Keeping your stability, your accumulated security around you, and maintaining a sense of balance. And that's not only emotional balance here, it's also about keeping things on an even keel, on a material and resources level. So, you know, what I'm saying is a difficult financial time for some of you, but it may simply just be material difficulties in as much as keeping the home life balanced for others. Then the Knight of Pentacles is a challenge. He challenges you. You know, the challenge there is to keep focus, to keep working, to keep on going, actually, even though, you know, you may feel there is a lot to celebrate and you're feeling you're coming through the worst of it. There's still that need to keep working, keeping focused, and to keep dedicated and continue doing the mundane, practical things you need to do in order to maintain balance and stability, and to hold on to the security that you've built so far that is important to you. And let's see what advice from Spirit says. Your luck is changing. The wheel has turned and things are about to take a turn for the better for you. So that's a nice positive message from Spirit. You need to be truthful. You need to be honest. You need to not pull the wool over your own eyes with regards to decisions that need to be made. Perhaps there's something that needs to be said. Get off the fence, say it, make your, stake your claim, stand firm in your beliefs, in your moral and integral beliefs. And focusing on lack. Perhaps the advice from Spirit is perhaps you'll focus on the material stability and financial worries is going to just bring more worries. You know, if you get stuck in worrying about lack and feeling a sense of abandonment and lack and loss of stability, all you're going to do is draw in more negative energy, because what you put out is what you get back in. So I feel that this is like a warning card from Spirit. Don't let your focus be on the material side of things. I feel it's sort of urging you more to concentrate on what is bringing you stability in an emotional way, and what is important to you on a emotional level, on within your heart, for your soul, your contentment on a emotional level. You know, love. And then final outcome, big changes are on the cards for you. There will be a decision made. That decision may be difficult for some, but it's fair, and yeah, it's a fair, unbiased, but unyielding decision may be made, leaving you with different possibilities, open doors, but almost like a choice to be made yet again, a difficult decision to be made, perhaps something that, you know, you may open up opportunities to you, but none of them will really be obviously the choice to make, and it may result in a profound and sudden shift, maybe a moment of epiphany for some of you, and for others it may even mean it may drive you onto like moving physically, relocating. But I would say, you know, I think a moment of epiphany and perhaps a shift. Oh, I'm going to get a clarification. Why is the Tower there? What message is the Tower bringing? Oh, okay, it's flown out. Just let me go and get it. Well, it's a shift for the better, be it in a moment of epiphany, a change of location, whatever it is. It may seem sudden and disruptive, but it certainly puts you in a stronger position, and it brings with it an offer of possibilities. Perhaps for some of you a work-related offer, if this is sort of resonating with you in a work way, but it's certainly a possibility to develop something in a practical and grounded way towards stability again, and harmony in your life, really joy. This is, you know, the Ace of Pentacles. I always feel it's a card that promises a lot of growth, and you know, growth towards something that is substantial, that will last a long time. So from this great disruption comes a positive beginning, a positive new possibility, a positive start that could grow onwards and upwards, you know, going onwards and upwards in a ever increasingly secure and abundant way, bringing you a sense of value. So it's certainly well worth the disruption and the suddenness. You know, dealing with that disruption, you may be required to use your inner strength. You'll be courageous, because a positive outcome will result from any disruption that is coming in the near future. And then bottom of the deck you have the Three of Pentacles, showing that you'll continue to make progress. You'll continue to build up stability. If that's been an issue for you, you will be able to get back on track and continue moving forward. So pulling your oracle cards into this, I would say the release and release the old comes right at the end when you have your tower moment. Just let the old things go, let it flow. If something breaks apart, it's because it didn't fit with you well in the first place. Let it, again, this can still stick down there with the tower moment. It will be something you learn from, something that, you know, helps inner growth as well as material growth, that brings out your inner strengths. And grow within your current situation, just using, you know, this, you've worked hard, you've struggled hard, you have a determined drive to return or create stability back into your life, and within that continued effort you grow in wisdom and see things clearer and better. In fact, that also fits well with your dilemma right at the beginning. So, you know, there's a lot of potential for growth for you on an emotional level, as well as rebuilding or building up a material sense of stability for yourself. So, would you like one extra card? I will pull a little wee baby card. What else? Just to close off with, we'll close off with one last little oracle card from this lovely little deck. What messages does the oracle have for Taurus to finish off the spread? What messages for Taurus? Any other messages? Okay, well, you've got too many there. You've got achievement, so ultimately in the end you will achieve. Use your intuition. Let your intuition be your guide. And where you've experienced resistance, you'll be moving around it. Use your flow, your flexibility to move around things that are in your way, resisting you, and let your conscience be your guide throughout this, and use your intuition in making your choices. So there you have it, Taurus. That is your reading for the last week of July 2020. I hope that you enjoyed it and that it resonated with you. And if you did, please remember to hit the like button, share and subscribe if you want to. And God bless you till we meet again.